strategy, figuring all this stuff out. Nobody told you when you joined network marketing it was such a puzzle, right? There's all these little pieces. And the other thing they don't tell you is, I mean, remember when you got your first job? What was your first job? What was your job? Working for the city of LA, doing what? Recreation. Recreation assistant. What does that mean? Working with kids. How much training they give you? No training. How long did it take for you to learn your job? Not long. Just supervising kids. How long?
What'd you say?
How long did it take for you to learn your job?
Maybe 2 weeks.
2 weeks. All right. Lily, what was your first job?
Cashier at grocery store.
Cashier at the grocery store. How long did it take you to learn that job?
Couple days.
Couple days. What was your first job? Anybody? Doesn't matter.
Hi.
Hi.
Well, my first job was when I was 9 years old, painting yard sale signs for people.
Painting yard sale signs. How long did it take you to learn that job?
Well, that was a very quick one. Not very difficult at all.
All right. So your first W-2 salary job.
Okay, for that. Now, that took a little bit longer because it was...
What was it?
It was a secretary for the president of a corporate headquarters.
Secretary for a president of corporate headquarters. How long did it take you to learn that job?
I'd say I mastered it in probably 9 months.
9 months. Okay. So how long until you were functional?
Where I felt I was empowered and knew what I was doing was around 1 year.
Around 1 year.
I was solid.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was your first
It was Starbucks.
Starbucks. How long did it take you to learn the Starbucks job?
I quit and I still could not figure out how to do a frappuccino. It just wasn't my thing.
So my oil man, hand the mic over to my oil man. Tell me how long it took for you. What did you do in oil and gas?
So my dad worked on a drill ship.
On a drill ship?
And in the Gulf of Mexico. And so he said, hey, you want to make some college money? Come on out here and work with me.
Yeah. Want to make some college money? Come on out and work.
Yeah. So I drove all night, spent the night in a hotel, got up at 3 in the morning, took a van, then called a helicopter, and got out there, and I was scared to death. And I was just trying to make it through break to break.
Make it through break to break to break. Now, you're out there on the rig.
Mm-hmm.
How long until you knew your job, whatever job they gave you, that first job?
Oh, gosh.
Real life. How long did it take you before you could be part of the team?
So when you're new, you had to wear a red hat.
Yep, you had to wear a red hat when you're new.
6 months at least.
6 months.
Yeah.
You had to wear a red hat for 6 months.
Yeah.
But you were functioning.
Yeah, I could.
And you were getting paid.
That's right.
All right. Now, you getting the theme here? How many of you consider yourselves currently a network marketing professional? Raise your hands, please. All right, keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. Stormy, how long did it take until you considered yourself a network marketing professional?
So
Real life, not just in the business, not just building, but a pro.
It took me probably about 6 years.
6 years. Colton, how long for you? Just shout it out. 4 years. How about for you? 4 years. How about you? 3.5 years. Who else? 4 years. 3 years. 2 years. Natalie. Shout it out. 6 years. 7 years? 7 years? 5 years? 5 years? 4 years? Are you seeing a new theme? 4 years? This isn't something where you can go learn how to be a cashier, join the union. You go to the Las Vegas Strip and learn how to shuffle a deck and flip cards for people. Blackjack pays 2 to 1. Here's how you move the chips. Here's how you take the deck and put it in the shuffle machine. Here's how you do this to make sure you're not stealing chips. Here's when you take your break. Here's when you come back. They've got it. How long do you think training is for a dealer on the strip? It can't be that long. To be a pro, to be a star employee, to be employee of the month, doesn't take that long. And you know what most people do? They come in, they learn a skill in a job, and then they repeat that skill over and over and over, year after year after year after year, hoping to get paid more for doing the same because they're just sitting there. I got seniority. So, you've been doing the same thing you did 7 years ago. You work at the DMV, you're doing the same thing as you did in your first 2 weeks. Why should we pay you more? Because I've been here longer. Oh. You wonder why people are frustrated. They're bored out of their skulls. But here's what I've got to tell you. And then we're going to bring up an amazing trainer that's going to teach you how to identify and develop your people. Is just breathe every once in a while. And realize it takes a minute. This is not like learning how to pave your driveway. It's not like learning how to paint a room in your house. It's not like learning how to care for a baby. It's not like learning how to do any job that you've ever done in your life. This is more complex. It's simple on the outside, but it's complex in what we actually do. It works perfect. You said it earlier. Our business works perfect until you add people to it. And then it gets complicated. Then it gets messy. Then it moves all over the place. The other thing you got to learn how to do is you got to learn how to manage your emotions. In your normal job at the grocery store, you don't have to manage your emotions. Occasionally, you'll get some jerk in the checkout line. Occasionally. But you don't have to question your existence every minute of every day. You know what I mean? Here we do. So you got to discipline your disappointment. You got to manage your emotions, right? You got to give yourself some time to be able to develop into a network marketing professional. Here's what I will tell you, though. Here's the promise. The promise is once you do, you never have to worry about making money for the rest of your life. For the rest of your life. You're done. Solid. You're good. You never have to worry about how you're going to pay the bills. You might want to have a higher lifestyle, whatever, but to survive, to take care of your family, you never have to worry about that, ever. You never have to worry about a boss. You never have to worry about the economy. You never have to worry about anything. Even your company. You don't even have to worry about your company. Something happens. Your relationships and your skills and your mindset are enough. They are the asset that you're developing. So be willing to invest in the asset that you are developing while you're developing it, okay? All of you. Not only the one that you have, but also set that expectation for the people in your organization. Is this all making sense? All right, fantastic. So, one of the best strategists I know on how to build a large organization is this next presenter. She's going to come up. She's going to rock your world. Take note. She's going to talk fast. She's going to go 1,000 miles an hour. Make sure you capture all of it. Please welcome to the stage your friend of mine, Miss Jessie Lee Ward.
Boss Lee. How we doing? How we feeling today? Everyone feeling good? Yeah? Oh, it's so much better with a live audience. Yes. Okay, so I'm changing my opening really fast because how many of you were just moved by what Eric just did with the whole how many years has it been since you felt like a professional network marketer conversation? Okay, mine's no different, okay? 5 years, 6 years, something like that. And I'm going to talk today about developing people, identifying the people you can actually run with. I'm going to talk about what you can do to make their businesses move forward, which therefore moves your business forward. But before I even go there, if I can be, oh, my mic's a little bit off. I agree. Okay. Before I even go there, I just have to tell you, I felt like something was wrong with me. Is that okay with you if I admit that to you? Yeah? Okay. And I'm not exaggerating when I say this. There were more moments when I was on the phone with Curtis Broom, who I love very much, and I said, I don't understand. I can't develop big leaders. And I said this at Eric Worre's Six-Figure Mastermind last month. I said, it was wrong with me. I can only develop people to make $2,000 or $3,000 a month. What is wrong with me? I wanted the big leaders like Jenny on stage. I wanted all of the stuff, the $1 million earners. And I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with me, but something is wrong. And it's because it takes time, guys. It takes time. You have to write it down. You have to really pay attention to what he just said. He wasn't speaking just to the people in this audience. He was speaking to all of you, all of us. It's just like fat loss, right? We didn't look like that overnight. We can't get skinny overnight either. If you sell hair care, come on. You can't go from bald to a lion's mane in an hour and a half. Let's get it together, all right? So I just wanted to come out and acknowledge that, because I know sometimes we look up to these people that are on this stage and we think that they know everything about everything, or we think that it must be so easy for them, and it's not. It's just systems, it's processes, and it's understanding time compression. So I'm really excited to be here today. My name's Jessie Lee, and I want you to take a photo of this really fast because I'm obsessed with this quote. A mentor is not someone who walks ahead of you to show you how they did it. A mentor walks alongside you to show you what you can do. And I've always loved this, because I think sometimes people misunderstand being somebody that people admire and being somebody that people actually want to be mentored by. The reason I chose Eric Worre as my mentor was because he had already walked the walk. You understand? Yes? He had already done the things that I wanted. I don't want a life exactly like Eric's, okay? I don't want a wife. We can start there. He's got a beautiful wife, Marina. But, we're a little bit different, okay? I don't like the Vikings. I don't know. I don't really care about football, actually. But I know he loves these Vikings, okay? And I will never live in Minnesota because it's too cold for me, all right? I'm a little hot-blooded over here. Maybe Europe. Are there any Europeans watching? I don't know. Are you still Europe awake in the house? I'll give you a shout-out. It's getting late over there. Appreciate you. But I love this. I wanted to be somebody, and maybe you need to hear this today over everything. I wanted to be somebody that people could actually look up to in business, right? Because in network marketing, if we're being totally honest, there are people who have won the lottery. They'll never be on this stage, just so you know, okay? Eric is very particular about who he lets walk on his stage and speak. But there are people, we get lucky sometimes. You win the roulette, you recruit two people take you to millionaire status. You're like, bada bing, bada boom, baby. I must be amazing. No, maybe it wasn't you, sweetheart. Okay, maybe you got a little lucky, sweetheart. All right? And so I'll just tell you, I wanted to be somebody who led the pack in sales. And I wanted to be somebody who could teach people how social media works. I wanted to be somebody who knew how to train and coach and mentor and all this stuff. And that, to me, is mentorship. And so be careful whose feet you are following the footsteps of. That's all I'll say. That's the only warning I'm going to give you, and let's rock and roll, okay? Now, how many of you, any horse, I need to turn around and look at these people too. Are there any horse fans in the room? Sorry, guys, you have to just look at my butt for a minute. There we go. So Gila's a horse fan, Miriam's a horse fan, Marlo's a horse fan. Okay. I am obsessed with horses. Anytime that I can have a conversation about horses, I will. And so the Kentucky Derby, I was actually in Europe on tour, 2 weeks ago. And maybe it's not the belief in human potential about this horse Rich Strike, but it is the belief in something bigger than yourself. Okay? This horse, for those of you who don't understand, this horse was not supposed to even be in the race. This horse only got in the race 30 seconds before the Kentucky Derby because another horse scratched. I don't even really know what that means. I just think it means the horse couldn't run. Okay? So some horse couldn't run, and so therefore another horse got to run. And that horse was Rich Strike. Does anyone know the odds? Put it in the chat if you know the odds of this horse, Rich Strike, spoiler alert, won, winning the Kentucky Derby. Does anyone know? That's right, in the audience they know too, 80-1 odds. There was only one other horse in the history of horse racing that had worse odds than Rich Strike. One other horse, it was 96-1 odds, decades ago. 80-1 odds. And a little homework assignment that'll be fun, it'll only take you 60 seconds, is watch the race of Rich Strike running this race. Because this is against all odds, just like some of you watching here today. Some of you are 2 years in your business, you're ready to quit. Some of you are 10 years in your business, ready to quit. Some of you are 2 weeks in your business, ready to quit. You stumbled upon this event, and God bless it that you're here, because hopefully you understand anything can change like this. This horse wasn't supposed to win. This jockey wasn't supposed to win. And this horse with 80-1 odds, you can watch the video of him going in and out of horse track. It is the craziest. I'm watching this video screaming in like middle of the night. I don't know, I was so excited because I love an underdog. And if you're watching me speak right now and you're listening and you're the underdog, why not you? Why can't it be you? Why can't you be Rich Strike? And so the first thing you need to do is set high expectations. You need to set high expectations for yourself, high expectations for your team, high expectations, because high expectations lead to high performance. If there is a standard in your business, people will follow it. That goes back to you being the person who does what they say they're gonna do. So what do you think you can do? Have you set the goal and the vision of your business? Or are you stopping because you're nervous? Are you slowing down yourself because somebody said something to you, right? What did you believe you could do when nobody was yelling at you? When you were in your shower? That's where I get all my good ideas. Any other shower crew up in here? Okay, I swear I get massages just so I can turn my brain off for a minute. Genevieve understands me. I see you, girl. Right? Like, I'm in the shower and I'm dreaming, man. I'm thinking all kinds of crazy stuff. That's when I was like, oh, I'm gonna have a jet. Yeah, because I'm in the shower and I say so. All right, like it doesn't have to make sense. Don't worry about it. All right, and then what do you believe your team can do? And you have to understand the best thing I think about network marketing is the only way you win in this business model is if you help other people win. That's not something fancy we say because it sounds good. It's impossible. It's wonderful if you're a top retailer and you sell, $100,000 a month on your own. Awesome. Go take 4 weeks in Europe like I just did and see what happens to your check. That's not freedom. It's not freedom, okay? So you have to learn how to develop a team. All right. Number one skill set not enough people talk about is emotional intelligence. If you want to build an organization, you better learn how to control yourself. And I don't know who the future millionaire is listening to this, but there's enough of you watching. I know some of you are. That's your number one weakness probably. And if you can make that your number one strength, you will fly to the top of network marketing. Trust me. Trust me. Look, it's these simple things. Communicate effectively, empathize with others, and overcome challenges. That's emotional intelligence. If you're somebody, as soon as somebody on the team disagrees with you, you're ready to rip their head off, good luck getting to the top of network marketing, right? If you're somebody, as soon as somebody disagrees with anything, an assignment, a challenge, an incentive, the way you talk, a training you did, a word choice you used, and you're flipping off, these chandeliers are beautiful. Are these new? I'm sorry. I've never seen those before. Oh, no, this is an ADD moment. I'm sorry. But like for real, did y'all see these? Did anyone else talk about these yet? These are beautiful. Oh my God. Wow. Sorry, had a moment. Okay. All right, wow. Y'all got to get your platinum tickets next time because the chandeliers are worth it. They will expand your vision in your life, okay? Those don't look like plastic, all right? But you've got to control yourself. You're not always right. And the day you understand you're not always right is the day you can start to explode. You're always going to have challenges, and you can't develop people if you're so scared of the challenges. All right, here you go. This is really important. It depends on your business right here. Comp plan and what pays. If I'm going to talk to you about rank advancing, I want you to rank advance the right way. Okay, now this could be a long tactical training we don't have 9 hours for, but let me tell you, some of you are focused on the wrong things in your business. Okay? Some of you have a very customer-centric model. You better start driving customers with your team. Some of you are more recruiting focused. You should be driving recruiting on your team. Some of you are in a binary, some of you in a unilevel, some of you have hybrid models, some of you have bonuses on one side, other side, whatever. Take the time to ask your sponsor, your upline, your top leaders, your whatever they're called, hey, what pays here? Because otherwise, you're going to burn people out by having them do the wrong activities. They think they're putting in the volume. They think they're putting in the points, and they can't figure out why their check isn't growing. Have any of you ever had an experience like that before? I have. Where are the bonuses? Figure this out, okay? You want to be a strategic leader. You want to say, hey, there's this bonus going on right now. We just need 2 recruits, 3 customers, $500. That's what we're focused on. Hey, no, we're not talking about this other stuff. 2 recruits, 3 customers, this bonus. I know. Your legs, I don't care about the blown out leg right now. 2 recruits, I'm making this up, right? Okay? But whatever it is, You need to know because you want steady, intelligent growth. You don't want to build a team that all the foundation blows up underneath, right? Like I said at the beginning of my presentation, I thought I was broken. I didn't realize I was building a brick house, right? I was laying brick by brick by brick. I didn't have any of this happen, and I thought I was broken because I couldn't develop I was like, I don't know how to do this. How do I do this? How do I get the big, I didn't realize I was going slow and steady, and I was just stacking and stacking and stacking and stacking and stacking. Next thing you know, it starts stacking and stacking and stacking and stacking and stacking and stacking. Next thing you know, it's like, oh, the rest of the world is really concerned right now about inflation. The rest of the world right now is really concerned about a recession is coming. No. Not in the network marketing space, not if you build it right because you understand your compensation plan. So pay attention. I'm going to talk about taprooting in a little bit. Taprooting just means building from the bottom up, knowing your team, knowing the players, knowing who's putting in the volume, knowing who you can lock arms with. This is important. And you should train around these things. Train around the right activities. I know it gets boring. Oh my God, Eric just talked about it. He said $1 million earners get bored. I'm part of that club sometimes, guys. Like, oh my gosh, like holy moly. Because I don't really want to talk about how to sell, and I don't really want to talk again about how to recruit. And do I have to talk again about how to build a brand? Really? Do I have to talk again about marketing yourself online? Yes. Yes, you do, okay? If that's what's driving your compensation plan is teaching people how to TikTok, slow it down, teach the same boring stuff every single Wednesday night. Every time. Because it's kind of like learning a new language. That's what business is. Okay? How many of you have learned a new language before? Anyone been to a different country? I don't know, put it in the chat. Yes, maybe write your favorite country in the chat. You ever go to a country or you're in Spanish class or you're doing whatever and none of it makes sense. You're like, what the hell? I don't know what these conjugated verbs are over here. I don't know what you're talking about or what in the world. And then someday you're like, Scusi, okay? Hey! It's like, woo, I get it. That's why you have to go on repeat, okay? You go on repeat because the training over and over again, yes, it's boring, but it works, all right? So I need you to pay attention to that, all right? And then, like I said, find out what pays. These are some questions on the right-hand side. You can ask your upline if you don't already know them, or ask yourself if you're the big leader, okay? I'm not gonna waste your time on it. You can take a picture. Now, here we go. We've got to identify the right people. You guys, here's one of the biggest things I have seen as a mistake in network marketing. There are people like this. I'm right here. I'm excited. Hey, I'll do anything you say. Anything. Just tell me what to do. Just tell me what to do. I'm so excited. Right? And you're ignoring them because some, like, I don't know, influencer from TikTok joined your team and you're like, no, this one's got potential. Oh my God, come on, man, right? We need to identify the people who actually want to build this business. Those people have their hands raised, they're jumping up and down, and you're over here like, oh yeah, I'll get to you in a minute, but right now, la, 2020 is, in my DM. Come on, this is how you identify people. Actions, recognize them, let them contribute, find out who's reliable. If I tell you to do something, no matter how small it is, and you do it, you have my attention. If I ask you to do it, I don't care how small it is. Start to Zoom for me and you don't do it, pay attention to all this stuff because I want to know who I can run with. I give assignments, you come back. Assignments, come back. Assignments, come back. If I say do a 7-day Reels challenge and you last a day and a half, that doesn't make sense. 2 days, okay? No, you're not reliable. Give assignments so you can identify who you can rank up with. And even if you're not a big leader, guys, this is the same with your friends, the people you're bringing in business. If you can't follow the assignment of buy your pack, well, it's not looking too good for you, all right? I'm just being honest. Attitude, oh my God. Y'all ever work with somebody you do not like because their attitude is all out of control? Oh my goodness, I love a good attitude. I love when life is not good, you're like, it's okay. Whew, God's got me, I got faith, right? Because look, people that life is good, no, you did not have faith all along. That's not how faith works. You're supposed to have faith when everything is falling apart, the sky's on fire, everything's burning down. I believe it's for a reason. That's what I'm talking about. I like those people, all right? I like those people. I want consistent people. Even if you're not consistently getting results, are you consistent in your actions? And I already did the raise your hands thing, all right? And then we all love Oprah. A mentor is someone who allows you to see the hope inside yourself. Would you believe in people a little bit more? Right? Let them borrow your belief. It's how you grow people. All right, whew, we got a lot. Here we go. Take a photo or do whatever, screenshot. Get to know people. This is before you even enroll them, right? Can you watch their stories? Can you engage with them so you know who they are, right? You know where they live. You know if they've got dogs, they got cats, they've got, a Wednesday night plan they always do. On Thursdays, they're always doing blah, blah, blah. Sundays, they got church, whatever it is. You start knowing people's lifestyle, you can start to taproot deeper because the relationship's deeper, okay? On live videos, if you ever have jumped on one of mine, I'm talking to you. I'm saying your names out, your usernames on Instagram, whatever, because I'm building the rapport, right? I'm starting to find out who's consistent enough to jump on multiple videos, right? This just makes good sense, I know. I do a lot of shout outs, a lot of personal touch. Now, once you're in business, this is the right-hand side, are you even welcoming people? Or are you just like, ha, figure it out, man, we got systems. No, come on, right? Like, welcome them. Say, welcome to the team. Here's your onboarding. Here's this, here's that. And I know some of you are new and you don't have onboarding. Sweetheart, obstacles the way. You create an onboarding system. You create an onboarding text. You be the leader. The harder it is for you, the worse your upline is, the more likely it is you're going to be a leader in network marketing. No one ever said that up on the stage, but I'm going to say it right now, okay? Like, I'm just being honest with you, okay? We make it too easy sometimes for people. If you go through the fire, you end up, turning into the phoenix and lighten up, okay? Lots of opportunities for communication. I will tell you, you can tell somebody's going to leave your business based off of the way they communicate. Yes or yes? Look, all these high dollar earners in the audience just hollered at me, so y'all can be in the chat not dropping yes, but the answer is yes, okay? Like, you don't have to even tell me you're quitting. Now, I've learned from Eric how you can spot somebody who's quitting anyway, but like if somebody's in a group text and they're talking every day and then it starts to be like every 2 days, and then it's like every 4 days, and it's like once a week, I'm like, oh God, witness protection program is definitely coming for them, right? Like I already know. If you're not updating group chats on maybe if you got a sale, maybe you got, a new lead, maybe your TikTok went viral, whatever it is, I already know. But the deeper that relationship, the easier it is to rank advance people because they're plugged into the team. They can also then find accountability partners. Now, hey, none of y'all listening anywhere, don't be messaging your uplines, can you please partner me with an accountability partner? No, that's your job, okay? You find someone who wants to run at the same pace as you, okay? Somebody who's showing up consistently the same meetings as you, talks in the chat the same amount as you, okay? And you find your partner. They end up being your best friends, okay? They really do. And you want an accountability partner. Don't try to do this on your own, okay? Just don't. That's just a big mistake. This is a community. Network marketing is a community. It's community-based marketing, right? That's what we do. We build communities. We build people, right? You want to connect people with as many people as possible because then they go to the events. And there's not a single person sitting in this room making $1 million plus a year like many of us are who didn't go to events. If you have an accountability partner who's like, girl, did you get your ticket yet? What the hell are you talking about? You didn't get your accountability. Get your ticket to that event. You're my accountability partner. You gotta go. You gotta go. And accountability partner's gotta call you on your crap, okay? You just cannot just be, it's my friend, she's my accountability partner. Not if she's not hollering at you every once in a while. Not if she's not, hey, you didn't even go live. You told me you were gonna go live. Where is your live video? Okay, right? This is gonna help everybody rank advance because nobody wants to be left behind. Nobody. Tell me I'm wrong, okay? If your accountability partner hits the second rank and you're still the first rank, you're like, oh no, okay? You'll work together. Monthly goals are really important, and I don't care if your goal is to make one sale. It's not about the money. It has nothing to do about the money, okay? Monthly goals to stay in chats, goal setting loud on social media, okay? And as always, challenges and assignments. Now, pushing for rank, we've got to do too. You got to make pushes. How many of you did a 90-day run? Did anyone just do a 90-day run? Anyone rank advance? Anyone make some more money? Anybody get some more leads? Anybody have a lot of business going on because you did a 90-day run? Yeah, set a huge goal for the whole team. Our entire organization was well aware of what the entire organization's goal was the entire 90-day run. And it wasn't about Jesse Lee, mind you, okay? Had nothing to do with me, right? It had to do with a collective goal we came together. And as you build culture and you build the relationships, people go, I want to run for you. Because back to it's not about the money, of course it's not about the money. You guys, just for like a side note asterisk, you cannot tell me I am on this stage for money for nothing. No. It stopped being about the money when I wasn't needing $300 a month anymore, because that was what my goal was. And then it kind of was about the money because I started elevating my lifestyle, right? And I was like, I need to make like $2,000 a month. I need to make $3,000. When you start making $500,000 consistently a month, you got investments making millions a month on top of it. You don't show up at events like this to pour into people for money. And every single person on this stage is making very real money, and they're here for you. I really mean that. I really mean that. We don't have to be here. We don't have to be here. Okay, and when you continue to serve people like that, they continue to show up for you. So this second line, check in for non-business related reasons. So the reason I shared the photo of the person who's in the photo with me over here. She's been on an infertility journey for a while now. She's about to be pregnant with IVF. Cannot freaking wait. Ooh! But listen, I check in on her not about her business because woman knows how to run a business. I check on her because I love her. You understand? I check on her because I care about her family. I care about her life. I care about what this business has been able to do for her. If you don't know what IVF costs, it's really, really expensive. But her goal is not about the money and network marketing. Her goal is to have a family, right? And people will push for you when you know that kind of stuff about them. And they'll push back for you because you care. So I do a lot of silent stalking, like it says right there. This is just me clicking through stories really, this is me on stories, like really, really fast. Okay, I'm clicking through stories super fast. I'm checking up really quickly on everybody, as many people as possible. I like to get to know what's going on in people's lives. I have them fill out forms of information all the time, so I get to know like their favorite things, their favorite flowers, their birthdays, things of this nature, right? And incentives are so important. If you don't run incentives, please start. When I was making hardly any money, I think my bonus check was maybe $1,000 a month at the time. This is about 10 years ago. I ran a Tiffany's contest. And my upline told me, Jesse Lee, that is the stupidest thing you've ever done. That is not financially intelligent. I said, but if everybody pushes for a Tiffany's contest that cost me $225, I still remember, because it hurt. Right? If everyone pushes for a Tiffany's contest that costs me $225, when my bonus check is only $1,000 and I need the money to pay my rent, the whole business will grow. And my business exploded. Stop holding onto those bonus checks like they're never gonna come. Stop giving money all this power. You're giving power to the wrong things. Money is just energy, okay? So recognize the good behavior through incentives. A lot of shout outs, okay? Leaderboards are really important because it drives the people who are competitive and it encourages them to continue going, right? And then always provide opportunities for people to serve. It'll build your team. I'm telling you, people will rank advanced because they want assignments to allow them to serve. This, just take a photo because we will be here for 7 days straight, okay? The skills on the left are the skills I want y'all to train on starting today, okay? These are the skills you need to train people on every single day. These are the boring trainings you hate, okay? Boring trainings you hate are on the left-hand side. Trainings you like are transferable skills on the right-hand side. Those are the fun trainings. I suggest you do trainings that you enjoy, my leaders that are listening, once a week to maintain sanity. Now, listen, though, don't let them be calls that everybody can get on. Make them calls people have to earn. Certain ranks, certain incentives. Go get 2 customers, you can be on the call. Go get a recruit, you can be on the call. Go do whatever, you can get on the call. You understand? Transferable skills. Those are fun things. I like training on that kind of stuff. And look at this. You have to learn to duplicate. The freedom in this business is not based off of the sales and the recruiting. It is based on the building of leaders. You need to teach the right behaviors. You need to teach basics over and over again. You need to be somebody who wants to create systems, even if it's very, very basic systems. I know this is a lot for some of you right now. It's okay. You'll survive. All right? Just start with one and then move on. All right? You have to help more people reach their goals in order for you to reach yours. And allow this to turn into transformational leadership. Because after a while, it starts with the frustration. Then it starts with 4 years you understand, like everybody in here was saying. Then it starts into 6 years, and you're like, yeah, I'm starting to get this. Then you start to understand somewhere maybe around year 8 to 10, I am literally changing lives. And there is no better feeling when you can look across the world and you know you can fly to literally almost any country in the world and somebody wants to come pick you up and shake your hand and take a photo and tell you that you changed their life. You are transforming lives in this profession if you do not quit. You are transforming lives. So build leaders. When you see that it, y'all know what it is, right? When you're like, ooh, he's got it. There's like magic inside him. There's magic in her. There's magic. Push the hell out of that person. Don't let them be lazy. You tell them, you go on this trip with me. You tell them, you go here, you do this, you run this call. Hey, I believe in you. Just do it. You make them really uncomfortable. And then you love them really hard. Because every time Eric has made me wildly uncomfortable is when I have the biggest growth. Every time he shoves me off a ledge, he's like, do it. You're the best. Do it. Are you going to do it? Come on, Jesse Lee. Who else is going to? Okay, Eric, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Okay? I explode just like you. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Your business will explode. Everybody will rank advance. And it starts with a little bit of discomfort. I know I fire hosed you right now, but let me tell you, get a little uncomfortable. Just a little bit uncomfortable, and your business will grow. Do not leave this event and look at that beautiful book full of notes or a laptop full of notes and then close it. All the money, all the wealth, all the service, all the everything you want is sitting in that journal. Do it. And this is one of my favorite quotes I've ever said. And this is really how you're going to have people rank advance. People don't leave where they're loved. So love a little bit more. There's nothing wrong with it. My name is Jesse Lee. You can call me #BossLee. God bless y'all. And I'll talk to you soon.
Jesse Lee Warren, everybody! All right. So, how many people have at least 7 pages of notes? Huh? How many people's to-do list is too long? Raise your hands. We're going to get that organized. Just breathe, just breathe, just breathe. Keep taking notes. Remember I told you yesterday, try and find one thing. Take notes. Absorb all the information. Think about how you're going to implement later. But, pardon me, what I want you to do to anchor in what we've just talked about this afternoon, right? Anchor it in. You don't learn something when you remember it. You learn something when? When you can't forget it. What's one of the ways for you to anchor something in? One is to write it down. Another way is to share it. Another way is to do it. Doing's the best. But right now we're in learning mode, right? We're all here learning. So here's what I want you to do. You've already written some stuff down. I want to take 10 minutes. And we're going to break everybody online into groups, and I want you to share 2 insights from this afternoon's presenters, or 2 insights from today, it doesn't matter. What are 2 ahas, 2 things that you're going to do different, 2 things that you learned, 2 strategies, 2 methods, 2 ideas, 2 whatever, 2. And in the room here, don't check out on me, you know. In the room, I want you to split into groups of 4, 3, 4, 5, and I want you to share with each other. And look, I asked you to play all out when we started this. This is playing all out, okay? If you're introverted like me, when a break like this happens, you want to hide. You want to go find a wall to stare at. You want to go walk around in the sunlight for a second. You want to just go get in your head. You got to get out of your head. Okay, this sharing is for you as much as it is for the group. Okay? So put 10 minutes on the clock, break everybody into breakout groups, play all out, share the insights, and we'll be right back.